good afternoon. My name is Scott Young with Optrics Engineering, and with me I have Sean Sturby, our Technical Services Manager. This is another edition of the Optrics Insider. So today we have two updates we'd like to discuss with you. The first one is that the new Windows update removes Adobe Flash, which is coming up to be removed anyway. So I guess this is their way of dealing with that. And Sean has some important information on that. Plus, Google discloses a Windows zero-day exploit. So, Sean, let's talk about this new Windows update that removes Adobe Flash from your computer.
Sure. So it's Microsoft has published knowledge base article 4577586. They're actually pre-releasing it because Flash is still actually supported until the end of the year. So what they've done is they've made this is the patch that's going to be deployed in the new year that will permanently remove Adobe Flash, and you won't be able to reinstall it after that. But they're making this patch available early so that people like myself that are in IT can try it out in their test environment or their lab environment. So it will be available and pushed out to corporate environments and to end users running Windows 10 Home in early of 2021. So this is let's disable it. Let's see what gets broken and find fixes for it or updates, because it's such an insecure technology. Microsoft does not want to support it any further.
Yeah, it's just worth pointing out that there's quite a few online services. I know I was mentioning to Sean pre-call that one of the services I use to do graphics is called Using, and they use Adobe Flash to run. So I would imagine that because Adobe Flash is being end of life and actively removed from Windows, they'll have to figure a way to continue to offer the service. But just be aware. Just be aware that some of the tools that you might use, especially online tools, still might use Adobe Flash. So in the coming few months, you might see some things change. So just be aware of that.
So if you still need to use Flash, the recommendation is to use some sort of a tool like Manage Engines Desktop Central that you can approve or disapprove particular patches and not approve the one that includes Flash. That's the number given earlier. And Microsoft has two recommendations for how to continue to use Flash after the update is installed. Neither of them are really great. If you have the ability and if things are properly set up that you can do this, you can roll back to a previous restore point before the patch was applied. If you don't have that set up, then the other option is to completely wipe your computer and reinstall Windows, and then don't apply that patch.
But even better would be to find a way not to use Adobe Flash on your computer. Okay. Excellent. Okay, so our second and final topic that we wanted to do today was that Google discloses a Windows zero-day exploit.
Yeah. So Google has Project Zero, which is looking for exploits in the wild, and they use their vast infrastructure to find things that the hackers are doing. And at this point, what they've done is, because hackers are actively exploiting this particular zero-day, they've only given Microsoft 7 days to fix it or come up with a patch before they publicly disclosed it. Typically, they would give 90 days. So in this case, they've only given them the 7 days, and we should look forward to a patch here, probably either within Patch Tuesday, which is the second Tuesday of the month, or shortly thereafter as an out-of-band patch.
So sorry, you're saying that Google gives Microsoft 90 days to patch it before they announce it, or are you saying the hackers do?
Google's Project Zero.
Okay, I was going to say, I wouldn't think that hackers would say, I'm going to give you 90 days to patch this before we use it against you. Sorry, I didn't hear that properly.
Yeah,
that would
it's called, I forget what it's called, but it's, the industry has come up with let's give each other 90 days to solve problems before we go public with them.
Publicly shame you, I guess.
Now, in this particular case, while it is being actively exploited, the one write-up I saw said that it's not one that you have to worry about extensively, because It's still going to come in via phishing email, or it's going to come in via some other way. And while it does go all the way back to Windows 7, it actually requires a couple of different flaws to be exploited in a chain before this one gets exploited. And the ones that the hackers have been using previously have already been fixed. So as long as you're fairly up to date and you've got a good antivirus solution in place, you shouldn't be vulnerable to this.
Now, this might be a silly question, Sean, but I'm going to ask it anyways. Do you think there'll ever be a day where there won't be the amount of vulnerabilities will be reduced drastically? And I totally get that with all these patches, you're trying to solve one problem and it creates another one that's unintended. Same with medication, I guess, that we sometimes take. But uh, where is this headed? Is there any hope that lots of doors will be shut, or is that just the nature of software that there will always be open doors?
Until the industry comes together and says we are going to program for security first and functionality second, instead of here's the latest whiz bang blinking lights feature, and then we should put security on just to make sure that things don't go out the back door, it's going to continue to be the same way.
Okay, well, maybe at some point we'll get to that, but don't hold your breath from the sounds of it. Okay, now I just wanted to, for if you're watching this, I just wanted to point out that what we do, if you haven't seen it, is that for all everything that Sean brings up in these topics, we put articles in the show notes. So whether watching this on YouTube, you'll see it below, or on our blog, that we always reference what we're talking about. So if you want further information, you can follow those links and check it out for yourself if you want to deep dive in those. So just check the show notes or go to Optrics Insider and look at the blog, because we always include those. All right, well, thank you, Sean. So today we talked about a new Windows update that removes Adobe Flash, but it's a downloadable update, so you can test it in your environment first just to see how that'll impact your environment. But it will be rolling out as a general update, from the sounds of it, in early 2021. Wow, it's crazy to say 2021. And then Google, as part of their zero-day project, disclosed a Windows zero-day exploit. So right on. Okay. Well, thanks for that, Sean. Anything else you want to add?
Stay safe.
Yeah, that's what we usually say. Right on. Well, if you've enjoyed today's episode, as always, please smash that subscribe button, like, and share it. Share the video, and leave comments. We'd love to see that. And if you have anything that you want to see in an upcoming episode, please leave a comment and we'll read those as well. Well, thanks, Sean, for your insight. Have a great week, everyone. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.